what's your name? I can see you're a natural star, and you're sure to go far. You have riches and fame if you play the American game. Don't worry about being alone. You can always call home. Please use my telephone. Do the thing that you do best. You'll thank me for the rest. Take my word, you'll never be the same. Come play the American game.
Stretch Graham is from Brooklyn, New York. Brian Walker from Lebanon, Indiana. This is the story of their separate lives.
Dreaming tonight neath the tropic moonlight, dreaming of loved ones back home, back home. In all my dreams there is something, it seems, calling me home, me home. Indiana's calling me, won't be long before I'll be roaming to my Indiana home, Indiana home.
Oh, he's great, boy. Governor, he's one of the greatest. He's going to be Mr. Basketball.
How old are you, Brian?
I'm 18.
18.
Well,
Sure, good to see you. Good luck
Nice
to
to
you.
meet you.
We'll be watching you. You're good.
Goodbye.
We have a daughter 18, see, so I always have to check out the age.
Where do you
Get out, come down here. I want you to meet Brian. Come on.
One of my first things I want to do is please my father. So, playing where he can see us both play, and he's had a heart attack. You don't know how much longer you're going to be able to appreciate your parents. So you try and do something for him when you can.
Flipping over there and down. Dave's got 24 right on the nose.
$2.
Start losing, they'll stop coming.
Why worry about start losing? We're not gonna lose.
Yeah, look who we got back, man.
No, I don't think we'll have to worry about it.
No, when you, I don't know,
We
when
should
you
play
back
together during the summer. That's gonna make us that much
Okay,
better. We're gonna
play
be
together.
starting the beginning.
That's the key word, and if
Your
you
pen.
four guys that are sitting
pen.
right there don't get along together and you don't play ball together, you won't have a ball team.
Right there. Stop.
There's no shortcut to becoming a basketball player. I'm not going to wave any magic wand over you and you suddenly become a basketball player. You're just going to have to work, and work.
Brian, come here.
Well, Brian Walker, when he was your age, when he was in this program, 1 week, he played 4 basketball games, pitched in 3 all-star baseball games. And he was the only one that won any ball games. But you represent your school, and that's an awful important thing. Just looking for a little initiative. You represent your parents.
I don't think there is such a thing as a good loser, but I think there's such a thing as a good sport.
You represent the town.
We don't worry about juvenile delinquency among our ball players.
Now, if you don't want those responsibilities, don't get out here on this basketball floor. Don't embarrass yourself, and don't embarrass me.
It's not a fantasy world. I mean, it's not just there and it's great. The team's winning, the fans have something to do every Friday and Saturday night. If they're losing, who wants to support a losing cause?
Well, you know why. My word, they want to beat Lebanon, and the place will just be hot. And then we'll turn Brian loose, and you know what'll happen. And at this point in time, it's a foregone conclusion. Better known as supreme optimism.
To win this game tonight, you gotta get tough. 'Cause giving it all you got is not enough. Tigers, you got to get tough.
Okay, boys, you say 4 hays. Hey, 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 hey. Be quiet!
Your flies open.
We make our kids good. I think the community and the...
Physically, we're strong. I mean, we don't really have a lot of spindly-legged boys out there.
Quick! For God's sake!
I can't get in my head where there's such a thing as a good loser. I never did like to lose. I didn't care what I was doing.
Well, you show me a fellow like to lose all the time, Destin, I'll show you a loser.
Why, you telling me?
The parents, father-in-laws, girlfriends, whatever it is, I think the pride in the community make the kid a good basketball player.
Well, now, listen here, people. About to sing a song. I'm going to St. Louis, and I won't be long, 'cause I'm wild about my loving, and I like to have my fun. If you want to be a girl of mine, you got to bring it with you when you come. Well, now, Sergeant Jones, Chief of Police, the women around here won't let me see no peace, 'cause I'm wild about my loving. I like to have my fun. If you want to be a girl of mine, you got to bring it with you.
Good shooter, good dribbler. I mean, he's got terrific vision. I mean, you know.
Brian is just a great basketball player. I'm not so sure I've seen a guard who can penetrate and do a better job than Brian.
What would you do to get him over to Illinois to play basketball for you? You could use him, I think.
Well, I understand he's a 3.9 student, and if he's that smart, we'll let him do the coaching also.
Well, that's great, Coach.
Hey, you want to come in and because it's Michigan, because it's in the Big Ten, and how well you're going to be prepared for the pros if you've got pro ambition? Because someday you might be a captain of that squad, because you're the type of kid that gets elected captain. And the same way academically, you can't forget, you shouldn't forget that.
I'm saying that it'll be harder to win my starting position in Michigan than it will be at the other three schools. Because the other three schools don't have two starting guards back.
You better not let that beer sit there and get warm.
I think you can come in and play, or I wouldn't have stayed with you all this time.
Still can't beat his old man. Got a big beer gut on him, and had a heart attack and all that.
Are you ready to go to bed?
No, I want to go out to the farmhouse or the, what's his name, or wherever. We'll go to the farmhouse. You guys have never been to the farmhouse, have you? That's a great place. Right across from the Holiday Inn.
first playing basketball with Lester Roberts at St. John's Recreation Center in Bed-Stuy. If there was a white boy that was playing for me, he was real good. Myself, getting better. I had an eye for the ball, you can say. I figured that I can get a scholarship. It's like a dream and shit.
He'd be great in our offense. He'd be great in any offense. He's just a fantastic player. And
they want you on a full scholarship to play for them. You're too damn good for that, Stretch. You belong in major college basketball, and that's that.
All right, who knows Stretch the best?
Me.
Why do you know him the best?
Because after his mother died, he used to always come to my house.
I heard he doesn't like kids.
Oh, no, he doesn't. Well, he don't hate little kids because he got a little brother of his own.
What's so good about it?
One thing, he's a pro. He's a pro player in the
Plane ticket, first time on the plane, playing basketball, and getting recognized and say, listen, ain't that guy from New York City? He's representing New York.
Too bad you got here when it's dark, you can't really see anything, so we'll get right to the game. Coach Ellenberg and Coach Wisnet are at the arena right now. We'll be playing an hour.
If Stretch wasn't good, why would they be sending him all over the world then?
Well, good luck to you the rest of the year. And then I expect to see you here in September.
Okay.
Now we're going to send the National Guard after you.
Jim Newman, Stretch Graham. Hi, Stretch. How are you? All right. Good.
250 letters, all Roberts, SMU, New Mexico. They was like pulling my teeth out with a pair of pliers.
The city of Albuquerque is 40% non-white. That's not all black, but we've got every race that there is.
You're not maybe that terribly interested in academics at this point anyway. I'd be surprised if you were. We just keep you down on the hardwood, keep you in the arena. What'd you say, Dan?
Over and over and over. It sound like a broken record.
Love New York, love New York, I love New York. Seriously. There's mountain lions down there.
Our inspiration is the pride that we have in ourselves. You know, we try to make it from the ghetto and then go on to a college or a university. And if you make the wrong decision, they'll use you, and they'll give you your car and they'll give you your money, but you'll probably never get that proper form of education. We need our education, and that's probably more important than anything they can offer. Because I got the money, but I'm not satisfied.
Yeah, but like, check this out. How do you know who the right people? I mean, like, if everybody is like this, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you.
I thought the sun was coming down. My mistake.
Yeah, but you didn't give me the date. Yo, that's what I mean. Next Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Let's go, Blues. Bring it up. Stretch, get it down the court faster. There it is. Beautiful. 2. Work, Ronnie. Keep your hand up and don't foul. Slide it down, Earl. No, Stretch. You take one dribble to clear the pressure and then hold it. That's your job. Pass it and move it up high. Good, Earl. You went from here to there and nothing. Stand still. You gave that ball to Earl, he would have taken 2 dribbles, given it right back to you for a layup. You cannot dribble as well as Earl.
All you got to do is step in and get one offensive. You're getting on your case. You going to help us in the playoffs, or you going to be a dead man on the bench?
Arthur, now, it was not a put down of you when I don't want you dribbling from half court all the way to the basket. Okay?
I feel like a robot.
No, you're not a robot. What are you a robot? Let's just look at the statistics of how many times you've tried it, how many times you've been successful. It's too hard. It's too hard. You're not Earl or Vinny. I'm not putting you down to make you feel like a robot. Lead the thing. Tell guys where to go. That's your job.
I bet you some money. I bet you some money. I stayed up till 3 o'clock watching that shit. You watched it all night. 13, 11:30? No, it didn't. Me, him, and Al watched that all night, right? You was watching Channel 13? Me, him, and Al, yup. We watched it until 2 o'clock. Then nothing come on. He said it came on. Get out of here. Well, you had a special TV? Your TV get Mars?
New York is a very dangerous city if you don't know what you're doing, if you're a stranger. I was born in South Carolina, Newberry, small town. My mother wasn't around because, like, she already went off to New York. Anyway, we came up here. People was always moving real fast, you know, always in a hurry. And the language they spoke, you punk this, you faggot that, you chump. And that was the first time I saw my mother. She wasn't religious back in them days. I mean, like, she was the party type. She didn't get really religious until she got really sick of drinking, you know. It was like no money for that, not that much. But, like, we survived. And we're still surviving.
I'm not gonna make believe I didn't see certain things today. I'm not gonna make believe I didn't see Bishop throwing an attitude at Ronnie, and Ronnie throwing an attitude at Vinny, and Vinny throwing an attitude at Earl. All negative emotions, envy, jealousy.
A lot of people say you're a little crazy, but like I like him a whole lot.
Care for the guy standing next to you, huh? Respect each other. Have a good word for each other. Pat each other on the goddamn back. But if I see those snakes in your goddamn eyes, I'm gonna tear some of them out.
I don't want to see what happened there when you started yelling at each other.
Earl going away
I
to
don't
school,
want
Ronnie
that.
and Bishop and all
Every
you guys.
guy's thinking like crazy. Now, Stretch, don't ever do that again.
Such good coming out of
Nobody's
this shit.
sleeping. Everybody's
To see
working
ya
hard.
Give that backdoor shit.
Be together. Be together. That's why you're a great team. Not when you fight with each other.
Let's go. Now, offensively, we went over all the things we might do on offense. Our passing game and our 1-3-1. You all know what our 2 defense is. You know what our 1 defense is, our 3 defense. Just numbering our defenses. They're all zones. Now, if we go out and play our normal ball game, boys, there's no way that anyone's going to beat us. Now, the way it works. Brian's probably figured this out, too, by now. I put my good players in situations where they're going to get the first opportunity. And nobody's going to change me the way I handle my basketball team. I don't care who it is. Over the period of a year, I ride literally thousands of miles over the state watching teams play. I never wish an opposing coach good luck because I hope that he has bad luck. I hope his guys miss free throws. I hope they miss layups. So how in the world can I stand there and shake his hand and say good luck?
T-I-G-E-R-S-T-I-G-E-R-S. Tigers.
Yeah. This is it. This is basketball heritage centers here.
Another thing which helps us tremendously is the location of the town. We're near the center of something.
Just 30 miles north of Indianapolis in the hog and corn country of Indiana, the Midwest. Now, we're proud of that.
We just had it mowed, just like that 500-mile race. See how that goes around here. We just had it so long that everybody...
His team did not dribble the basketball. His team did not foul. You know, he taught this.
This first piece of net is 1976 sectional here in Lebanon. Brian Walker, I think, got me this one here. Didn't even have to ask him. They'd bring it to me.
In 1912, Lebanon was a state champion. In 1913, and...
Can you see? Brian had 11 errors. Oh, Lord.
Of course, in 1917 and 18, Lebanon came back and was state champion.
Well, I don't know why I liked basketball so well. I just enjoyed it, I guess. And through my older brother from an early age, we used to play 2-on-1, and he could always beat us. I mean, because we were so small.
I think that's one of the biggest things that scare me is I'm afraid he's trying to relive his life through the kids, and you just cannot do that. There's no way.
When I was a junior in high school, one of the North Carolina State Scouts said that I had more possibility of making a big-time college ball player than anyone in the tournament. And I guess I've always thought, you know, that it would be nice for the boys to play at North Carolina State, because I've always wished that I could have.
And I think, which is true with probably any father-son relationship, if they're seeing themselves in their son, if they see their son achieving, then they see that they're a success also.
And then after the game, we had won the game. Like, I had won the trophy. I was on my way home. And I walked through the door, and my sister started crying. And like, I asked her what she was crying about. And then she told me mother had died. And then everything just went crazy, like, you know. And so I took and looked at the trophy, and I threw it against the wall. And I went into my room, and I started crying. And I took and threw all my trophies, like, they was like stacked up like that there. And I just swept them all on the floor. If I wouldn't, you know, play basketball so much, you know, I could have been with her when she, you know, even, I could have helped her something, I don't know.
This is my sister Elizabeth.
Southwest Louisiana. How you doing?
Okay.
You got breakfast ready? That's the reason I came, for breakfast.
Brother Derek.
Hello, Derek. You're a basketball player, too? Yeah, what's your position? You play guard? Heard a lot of good things about you. How's your season been going?
Right now we 6-0.
I don't know how much Coach Collins told you about Southwest Louisiana, but we're 13,000, and our place seats nearly 10,000, and they sell it out, and it's full. Schedule is important, and we sell our schedule as being a first-class major college schedule. In order to play that schedule, though, we've got to have quality people like yourself to come in and play.
And then all of a sudden,
How tall are you right now, Stuart?
I found myself being recruited all over again by Cincinnati, Nevada, Las Vegas had called back. After a while, I started hiding out at my girlfriend's house, but somebody got the number. Right now, I'm trying to get the book schoolwork together.
What is your grade point average right now?
I think it was a 75.8.
Yeah.
Like, to pick up a book and you can't read it, or to pick up a menu and you can't order a dinner, what you want to, you know, to eat. I mean, it's really embarrassing. You almost feel like handicapped. It's almost worse than being a drunk, you know?
But the fact that you're so aware of it, then you want to fight your way out of it, right?
Yeah, everybody out there telling you to go to this, do this here, this is the best for you and everything. And you really don't know nothing.
You don't want to go to some college where they're just going to use you as a basketball machine.
It's going to be hard.
It's going to be very hard. Well, what's easy? I mean, I didn't get sitting here by somebody just giving it to me. I worked hard my whole life. My father worked hard. I think you want that too. Boys Health Ed. He's not here. Can I take a message?
Well, I think if I didn't have a brother at North Carolina State, I don't think North Carolina State would be that highly. I wouldn't be looking at them that strong, I don't think, as I would some other schools.
On the table and told him I wanted my dad burned tickets.
Are you the sheriff or the deputy sheriff?
Neither one. I'm just a wolf pack.
Let those son of a bitches get you, make you weak-kneed. God damn it, bow your fucking neck and go after them. Hey, there's no secrets to the thing. Just suck up your gut and go to work and fight them. Are you going to fight them? Then let's go after them. Get some goddamn fire in your eyes and let's go after them. Now, let's just go after their butts and really boom it all out. Boom it all out. Goddamn run going at him, and here you come down here and should have had the fucking ball. You just stood there and watched it. Come on, Steve.
I think I can play a lot better than what I've been playing, so I'm not worried about it.
Can you tell that they're upset?
They're upset.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're upset or not.
Were you upset?
I get upset sometimes if I don't play that much, and Mom just worries a lot.
That's what you gotta tell Mom that you're happy.
I'm happy. I'm happy. Sure, there'll be times when you get down.
Gotta think about
what happens if you break one of these legs and can't play anymore?
Well, check it out, man. You know, I've been asking a lot of questions to these guys. That's why I haven't signed yet, you know. What about you guys? Butch, you in college already, guy? You went through this hell.
I'm gonna hang out with you.
What school you got in Ronnie?
I ain't out of this one yet. Are you getting out?
Yeah, I'm getting out. Are you going to walk out or graduate or what?
A diploma's going to be my hand when I leave.
What's the top school stretch that you think about, really?
Let's see, if I was to pick this moment, seriously, if I was to pick this moment, seriously, if I was to pick this moment.
It's real.
Young man, laugh or something.
Teacher would call on me to read, and I would say, I didn't want to read. And the kids would look at you and they would laugh. And it was always a smart kid that would laugh. And, you know, and your eyes start watering, and your heart start beating faster, and you become embarrassed.
Hurtling across the prairie into blue haze and dark air go 15 all-steel coaches holding 1,000 people. All the coaches shall be scrap and rust, and all the men and women laughing in the diners and sleepers shall be ashes. I ask a man where he is going, and he answers, Omaha. Arthur, literally, he is going to Omaha, right? But figuratively,
All right, those guys get up to this. You get that coat off and put on the bench. Get the main valve on there. Turn on the main valve. We'll have a chance. I'll get to you.
I hate this school. It really stinks, man.
We're gonna kill a nigga later.
No, wait, I'll tell you the story.
What I understand is they come from Douglas Stuyvesant, they come from Brown. Why don't they go to the high schools over there? Like kids from this neighborhood go over here. Why can't they go over
Right,
there?
they're busting all the niggas in here.
But they pull out blades, they pull out guns, they pull out sticks.
All the security guys.
Hey, why don't they put them in a fucking building in their own place?
Hey, where'd you start with the bomb?
And so, like, I stood there, and this one guy had a knife about 3 feet long, a machete. He said, nigga, why you not running? I said, why should I run? Well, you want me to run that project? I live there, stupid. You know, and I live in a neighborhood, and the same guys that had the knives and the sticks.
Sit down, boys. Please stop moving 1 second. Hurry up. Earl broke the school record for assist. He did that overseas, and he earned it. And I'm very proud of you, Stretch. Don't let the kid make you fight, because he's a sap. You know, yeah. Okay, let's have a good time. Let's go.
Are you girls gonna stand up or what? We're gonna play games today? Knock it off! No, we didn't come all the way to Staten Island to take the sun. So come on and get yourselves together.
When I first moved here, I asked my mother what was the name of the neighborhood. She told me Bensonhurst. It was the first time I ever saw so many Italians.
Hey, Stretch! Stop and pass the ball! Get off the goddamn dribble! Arthur! Pull up! Now get the oranges, put the peels in here, hold them in your hand, and when you walk out, you put the peels in here. And nobody move! Just get your orange. You've heard me say to you for 2 years, for 3 years, for 1 year, as long as you're with me, when you sit on a goddamn bench, watch the game. And study the guys. And come in the huddle and know what defense we're in. You can't go in a game and not know where you belong.
You gotta relax in these situations.
I'll relax. Come on, Ryan. Okay, okay. Bang the post! Goddamn stink today. I never saw you play. We need you for 6 more minutes. Look at how the hell you rebounded. You're not rebounding. And then when you had Vinny wide open, then you didn't throw it. Then when you threw it, it was much too late.
I used to hate everybody. Not hate them, but like dislike them just from the outer appearance of them, you know? It's not like that. You can't look from the outside of a person. You gotta look from the inside. You gotta give them a chance, just like they'll give you a chance. And respect people for what they are.
Are you really worried that Steve isn't going to play enough to keep Brian happy?
No. If you don't think that Steve Walker can play, don't recruit Brian.
And I really feel that.
He can play.
He should come in there next year with a lot more confidence and know what's going on,
There's some
know what you
positive
expect.
things here, Nancy.
We are very, very closely knit family. And it's always been, Norm, if we had a problem, it was a family discussion. I mean, we'd come into this living room and we'd have a family meeting.
Okay. Now, in other words, if I tell you what I really believe and you like the sound of it, your mind will be at ease.
We want Brian down there as bad as you do.
What car do you want me to take?
I don't suppose it matters.
Just over to the gym, take the station wagons. We don't know which one we're taking yet.
Okay. See, that
Hey,
happens,
play good. Go get him, Tiger.
that happens between...
If we're upset, and Steve's upset with playing 9 minutes now, I can see that if Brian played 30 and...
How many games did he only play 9 minutes? You see, Nancy,
I know, I'm
you
being
pick out the
unfair to
wrong
you.
things.
I know it, but I'm a mother.
You can be happy about things. Well, you don't have, just because you're a mother doesn't mean you have to be unhappy.
No, not unhappy. I'm not unhappy.
Is it time? Is it time, Rosie?
Got about 30 seconds now.
Countdown.
They're going to sell out section 3 and section 6.
Tickets are priced at $4.50. Fan buses leave at 10 o'clock.
Uh-oh, I forgot my Tiger button.
You anticipate much battle tonight?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Phil Eskew. I'm a commissioner of the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Well, I would just like to say that we in Indiana, I suppose you'd say we're cocky, but we're very proud of Hoosier basketball, and we call it Hoosier hysteria. And we're right in the middle of it at this time of March.
Well, I've missed one game in 10 years.
Right in here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 schools that come to this school. Those 6 are assigned to that section, the 64 section. The winner of that tournament will go to Frankfurt.
Other people have more sense.
It is crazy.
Which is right up the road from Lebanon had a sectional. Over here at North Montgomery, they had a sectional. And down at Greencastle, they had another one. Now, these 4 played in a regional tournament. So the winner at the Lafayette Regional, the winner at the Lebanon Regional, Gary Regional will come in to play next week. That's the whole northwest corner of Indiana.
He has to win. If he doesn't win, he'll have to go, because the people of Lebanon will require this.
And the southwestern part will go down to Evansville.
Louis, when in the hell are you going to get in there and scrap somebody? Damn it, I'll kick your ass all over this place. You're letting that damn 32 shove you all over there. You haven't done one damn thing out there. My God, we've let these damn guys live a half. Hadn't been for these 3 guys busting their ass out there, we'd be completely out of it. Now, by God, we've got 10 minutes to get ourselves together. And you better get it together.
No! Lebanon did get it together and beat North Putnam by 9 points. But the pressure was still on. 3 hours later, they had to play Crawfordsville.
We can either call Burger Chef and have them bring them out, or we can call them, we can go down there, or just forget it, whatever you want to do.
Forget it. Give me some money, I'll go out to eat by myself.
What do you say, Brian?
$5 a piece. I'm hungry.
Okay, well then we'll eat.
Life is hard. Winning this game is hard. If it was easy, we wouldn't even have to be in here 5 hours.
And all I was thinking about was beating Taft because they had beaten us last year in the finals.
The ball passes you. Go down. I know it's not hard. You have stolen one ball here in 15 minutes.
It was like an ego thing, you know. It was like scientific.
Don't throw if you're not sure.
You know, you begin to get a reputation, and people begin to come to you in schoolyards and challenging you.
And you're horrible. In every phase of the game.
Yeah, man.
Some guys are older than you. Some guys came back from college. Guys in the pros.
You're getting ready to do it.
I guess the cheering and the people yelling for you was the exciting part about it.
What's your name? I can see you're a natural star.
Take him, sir.
And you're sure to go far. You'll have riches and
do it, Julie.
If you play the American game. Don't worry about being alone. You can always call home. Please use my telephone. Do the thing that you do best. You'll thank me for the rest. Take my word, you'll never be the same. Come play the American game. What's your name? I can see you're a natural star. And you're sure to go far. You'll have riches and fame. Come play the American game.
It's the greatest game we ever put on here, Steve, you know?
Take it away now. Take the next pass. Take it.
Yeah, Rick.
Now we'll go a little offense, and we'll screw that up. Let's go. Let's get up. That's your pass. Earl! You moron! Stand still! Shut up! The hell's getting into you? You leave, you can leave for good. Who the hell are you? Now just sit there and shut up. What you gotta think back is to March 6th of last year. You sat in that goddamn room and you cried, and I cried too. Because I looked at 5 kids that forgot that they were teammates. Let's go, babe.
I think if it would have been another coach,
Let's go.
that I would have kept walking. Seeing him the year before then, the way he cried in the locker room because he had been beaten by Taft.
You gotta stop at some place to eat. I'm hungry. I didn't eat breakfast.
First of all, then why didn't you come here on time? I don't even want to. Look, let's start the day nicely. We'll get you some. Come here. Where do you want to stop?
Dad,
Yeah,
is that really goaltending if Stretch could do that?
sure it's goaltending. Tell Gil your idea.
Stretch could leave his man open, and he could go under the basket and take the ball away when he's shooting.
It's a great idea. If it was legal. But then there's big guys like that on every team, Brett. And they could just do that. And then the game wouldn't be any fun.
There was a time this time of the year when we thought we were going to lose Ronnie.
Who?
Chisholm, remember when Ronnie came to the house? He slept over those nights?
Oh, yeah, and he bumped his head.
You don't know what happened to his head. You look at Earl. Earl's got no problem, huh, Gil?
Earl comes from a solid family.
Yeah.
A kid like Stretch has no parents. So it's hard.
Yeah.
Stretch has a great heart, you see. God damn, you look at that kid, Ronnie. I don't know when he eats sometimes. I look at him and wonder if he eats.
Does he?
Well, I don't know. I ask him if he eats. He doesn't tell me. Sometimes he says yes, sometimes he tells me no. I can't get an answer out of him half the time.
He doesn't eat, he won't get strong, and he won't win the playoffs.
And he won't be healthy.
And that'll be it.
And he won't have a good brain. You don't eat.
He won't know how to do times table in school.
That's right. You got your times table down, Brett?
Yep.
You got your jump shot down? How's your jump shot, kid?
I don't know.
It's coming along. They come to you when they need you. And you're there for them. It's a fun game. It's a game, but it's really, it's really the game of life. Learn how to respect each other. They grow up. They argue with each other, then they talk about it, get it out in the open, and then they straighten it out. They learn how to try hard and lose sometimes, and learn how to come back and try again. It's a great game.
I'm a little sorry about yesterday. I guess we all are a little bit. You know, it was kind of a dull kind of thing for us to go through the last day. But it's not going to be the Stretch.
I'm sorry about yesterday, too.
Okay. If I thought that was the last practice we'd ever have together, I'd be very upset, but it's not going to be. We are absolutely ready for this game. Nobody prepared as hard as we did. Nobody knows what we're doing as well as we do. The one ingredient that really is in your hands is how together you are. You got to sink or swim together. If one guy's going down, you don't push his head under the water. You reach your hand out and you pull him out of the water. I mean, that's what it's all about. I know it in my heart. You know it in your heart.
This man here has waited 15 years for this goddamn game, and next week, you understand? He paid his goddamn dues. Let's get it for him. Get your hands in.
Who's gonna be? Tap, 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 tap,
Together, together, together. One time. Get back down the side, Silk.
Ronnie, take it out.
Go, Vinny. Get up.
Stuck. Stuck. Silk, get up, Silk.
Right, Ronnie.
Silk, it's flat. Where's Silk? He's playing the wrong D.
Silk. Silk.
Silk, get up. David, please, you're getting it. Silk, just, Silk, it's red.
Shit.
We're playing red. Red.
Get down, stay in the game. You'll be back to win it. Now get
Listen,
smart. Sit
come
right
here.
here.
That's on the stretch. Come here. Get him water. Get me water.
John, get water.
Now listen, you picked up a stupid foul. It's like everything that we talked about, you're not doing. Listen to my calls. We're black up high here. If the ball goes down, you gotta run and get back. Pick it up.
Sick, beautiful.
Bobby! Vinny!
Ronnie, drop! Drop! Eat that! Eat that, kid! Get a blow.
Our boy, Stretch!
All right, let's go! Let's go, let's go! All right, okay. Coach.
Oh, boy!
Okay.
Okay, they're hurting us down the middle, Joe.
Go ahead inside, Stretch. Inside.
Go ahead inside. Hurry up.
Open up and they close it on you as soon as you fly down there.
They're getting, with Stretch out of the game, they're getting 2 and 3 shots at the basket, and that's killing us.
Damn sure.
When Stretch is out, they're shooting 2 and 3. Bobby, you gotta get the hell up in the air. Ronnie, you gotta get up in the air. Stretch can't do it all by himself on the boards. Now, Bishop, Ronnie, if you don't rebound the second half, we're dead. And that's it.
Who got his towel? Yeah, here's a towel. What am I gonna do? You know what is there for you.
You gotta come out tough, or they're gonna burn you the second half.
We do have better players. You got pride, you're gonna beat that team. Now let's go.
Take him out. Suck it in, Stretch. Watch him walk.
Sit down.
Jesus Christ, that's all. Jesus Christ. Get him out.
Yeah, let's go, man.
Keep your head in this game. Keep your head in this game. You're gonna go back and win it.
Take it on that side, he comes right across.
Stay in it with your head. You're gonna go back and win it.
Let's go 4 and kill it a little.
This one, that's the one that killed you over there.
Love it.
Right by you, son of a bitch.
You handle the ball. You hear me? You handle the goddamn ball and run the offense. Run the offense.
They come out at the corners 100 miles an hour. Pump the fake and step by them.
Listen, bang their press. You hear me? I want to run at their press. With the play right now, the flag said you must protect on the rebound. You gotta rebound.
They're coming for the rebound, Ronnie. They're coming for the rebound. Vinny for the rebound.
They're holding them there.
Ronnie, run. Don't foul. Pitch. Get it foul. Fly, Vinny. Big pass. Yeah.
Now good. You going back in now. Don't foul. No, I don't want to go. We can't. That defense stinks.
Time out, Coach. Time out. Come on, Bobby. Crazy.
On that in practice yesterday. This guy's the best. He was in foul trouble. He came back. He blocked the shot. He made a bad pass and he blocked it right in. Sit down.
He told Stretch, you out something, you out. I said, yeah, so are you.
No. You gotta come down to that level now. Out. You bring it to the front.
Who's 22? All they gotta do is get one more.
Who's number 15?
For us? 15.
Does anyone call you Arthur? Art? Does everyone call you Stretch?
Everyone calls me Stretch.
Does that mean you like it?
Nah, I love the name. I love myself.
I'd like you to start just by saying I'm Stretch Graham, a senior at Lafayette High School. Just ignore the fact that the camera's there, okay?
I'm Stretch Graham. I'm from Lafayette High School. And I live in Brooklyn, and I play basketball for them.
What does basketball mean to you? How do you think it'll affect your life as you go on?
I use that as my factor to go to college.
Fine. Cut. Stretch, thanks a lot. Good luck tomorrow.
All right, what's this for anyway? Josie is my girlfriend. Her name is Josephine Elmore. She was the captain of the cheerleaders. Yeah, I told her I liked her. And she laughed at me, and she took an apple, and she hit me in the head. I guess you can say it was like a little game. Well, I found out Josie was pregnant 3 months before my mother died, something like that. I really wanted the baby, you know. I was happy for her. She was happy. Later on, the baby died. Josie had a miscarriage. At that time, you know, I began to feel like the whole world was coming down on me. She used to tell me, if you quit now, you really lost. I would talk to her about, like, what I want to do in life. Talk to her about my feelings. It was like the only real freedom that I had inside of me.
Mom? Get in here.
I was happy down there, and you'd probably be happy down there, but I don't know about the other places.
You know, your dad wants you to go, and I don't really care where you want to go. Sure, it'd be nice if you both got to play as much as you wanted to, and you both did great things, or whatever you wanted to do with your lives, and we could all live happily ever after, but that's not what life is all about.
What drawbacks did you have about coming down there?
You have to sign all of them.
Sign the national letter.
Hold your head up just a little
You got my good sides and my double chin did, so, okay?
Indiana's all-star Brian Walker, Lebanon High School's top scorer since the days of Rick Mount, announced last night that he will join his brother Steve at North Carolina State this fall. Walker's decision came many months after offers of nearly 100 schools across the nation.
We got the finest group of athletes, coaches in the whole world right here in Lebanon High School. You know, it's great to be a winner.
I doubt very seriously whether there's been anybody play in as many winning games as Brian Walker.
I know our team all thinks we can go to state and win it, and if you fans are behind us, there's nothing that's going to be in our way. Thank you.
Okay, we go out in 7 minutes. You know, this is something you wait for all year. I mean, just think of all the kids in the state of Indiana that's playing high school basketball. Would just love to be in your position. What a wonderful thing it is to be able to come up here and play on this floor before 14,000 people. All right, let's go. Come on.
Block out on defense. Hope you foul out.
Brian Walker, top scorer of the Tiger team.
Get Brian going too, though.
The other team, we were a lot quicker than them. We knew it. We took advantage of it.
Come on, Kenny!
I guess our discipline enabled us to win. Didn't really get an actual cramp in my leg until
end of the third quarter, the start of the fourth quarter. Just felt like a knot, a big old knot in your leg, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I went in the locker room and sat down. I didn't feel sick until then.
Now, all we got to do is go out there and play well. Now, you know you can handle these guys if we play well. If something happens and they play a super game and it isn't good enough to beat them, we have nothing to be ashamed of.
Walker against Walker tonight. They're both exceptionally fine basketball players.
That's nothing.
They play with a 2-on-2. I start hitting, let's go back to that. And then they leave that shot wide open.
Come on, we're in this ball game.
I just missed 2 or 3.
Well, you'll be all right. You're going ahead.
All right, you're all right. LA points nothing.
After winning the first game here, I didn't play as well as I know I was able to play, and I just felt kind of bad because I really felt that I'd let myself down and let the team down.
Got away. We got beat by a good ball club tonight, so we've nothing to be ashamed of. We've had a great year, a great year. We're real proud of you. You've given us a lot more than anyone had any right to expect.
We'll be here next year.
And next year.
I'm sure the town's proud of you. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Game like that, if you're supposed to be that good, you ought to be able to prove it. People sit and wait on you like you're the most important person in the world.
I'm sick and tired of this whole the school system, the Indiana basketball. I'll be glad when I get out of here.
Oh, I want to be in Chicago town. That is a place for me. Hop on a trolley out to White City. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to ride on the shooty shoot and on the merry-go-round. Oh, what a world for a boy and a girl. in Chicago town. Chicago town.
To walk with her anywhere, I feel proud. Because she's smart and intelligent, and I like her, and everybody knows that. She's good looking.
I love him. I do. I didn't know how. I know I didn't. I wasn't trying to avoid it on purpose. I don't know. I feel the same way he does, like when he's upset, and I want to try to get his mind off of it or something, but sometimes I can't, and when I can't, I feel bad. And when I'm away from him, I want to be with him, and sometimes when I'm with him, I want to be away from him. But I don't know. I guess I wish I was with him all the time.
It's very strange to sit here and look at your ugly faces and figure it's the last practice. A lot of things have gone on. I see Ronnie sitting up on the top row. I would have given 101. I wouldn't see him sitting here March 4th. Towel over here invested a lot in you there, Chisholm. Let's go play some basketball, all right? We're going on our defense first. Let's go.
This is like a family thing, you know? It was like everybody cheering for you, whether you do good or bad, you know?
All right, you get the next one. Catch it, Vinny.
Winning the city champ meant to us an undefeated season. And we figured that if we can beat the #1 team in the country, which was Canarsie, that we would become #1 in the country.
He'd be dribbling up the court, right? Full speed ahead, and there was no ball. I couldn't believe it.
I didn't look back. That is the truth.
Then he starts stuttering. I'm not gonna get sentimental or anything, but you know how it's been a long time, guys. And this is our way of saying a little bit thank you. You big step. But yeah, rid of you after tomorrow anyway. I wanted to look at your ugly puss. So.
Okay, Dad.
Okay, thanks for coming.
I had a good time.
Okay.
Great practice, great year. Right, Mama? Look at his hair. You're gonna wait for good job. Take care of Dad tonight. Treat him good.
Ditto.
Give me his kid.
Sounds like pride, folks.
Nothing that can be said.
Nothing can be said. Say it all, guys. Say it all, hang out. Yo, let's bust that game. Let's go, fellas. This is it. Who we gonna be? Canarsie, 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 Canarsie. Damn! You waited all year to see that team. Let's go.
I felt the vibration in the locker room. The looking around, very careful, the quietness, and the move about the players. It was just like the atmosphere was nothing but nervous.
Number 34, Ron Chisholm. Number 23, Bob Bishop. Number 35, Bart Stretch Green.
Stretch Burner.
And we had knew each other well and played together real well. Fast breaking, looking for the open man, screaming, yelling for each other. Everybody kept getting more psyched up and building each other up. I thought we could beat the nation, you know. As soon as I turned my head, there was Curtis jumping all over me. The Raiders in time, following up their shot. It was like 5-1. Then all of a sudden, I began to feel helpless. What was the rest of my teammates?
We don't box and win. We never play, but that's not a defense.
You gotta play if you're gonna win today. Fucking guys killing us. No!
Gotta make an adjustment for the second rebound. What's the adjustment for the second rebound?
We had the best defense we could have had.
Somebody to challenge that.
We're changing the D now. We're changing it.
Come on, pull yourselves together. We're gonna beat
Get
them.
over here. Let's
Get
go.
over here. You can come right back and take it right from them. Where's Stretch? Come on, get in here, Arthur.
Now, listen up. Now you will see where he lines up. We can't play a box and one. That leaves too many other guys wide open. Yeah.
Put Nate in the middle. They're taking away the middle from me. So Ron and Bishop or whoever on the side's got to come up and help me out and get the ball, then get it to him.
We're not going to panic, that's for sure. We're going to put you on Curtis's side in the triangle and two. So if guard and the guard, man to man.
Stretch out this fast. Who's got the ball?
No, I can't scream, okay? Listen, I know how much we all want it, but it's not in talking, it's in doing. You gotta go out there now and stop letting them climb on our backs on the boards. We're going white. You gotta work hard. For 16 minutes, you only got one foul. Now let's go. Come on.
Take it to him. Come on, Vinny, slice in there. Be smart. Work. Let's start. Come on, take it to him. Come on, Ronnie. Come on, play him. Run. Earl, up.
They don't miss. The team that's not supposed to lose the point is losing it for us, okay? We just keep coming steady, play the red tough as you can.
You're tight. And you're not running at him. Come on. You gotta come at him. You gotta fly, Earl. You can't be tired now. Still. Next pass. You gotta start fast. Come on, don't quit.
I know how you feel, but don't worry about it.
I shed a tear while waiting. Felt good. Even if we didn't win, we still got a memory of a city championship game.
Arthur, come on over here, Stretch, come over here. Come on. You played here 2 years, all you kids. Not even counting your sophomore year. You lost 4 games in 2 years. It's an unbelievable record. I know we came up empty, and nobody feels worse than I do. We all feel the same. We're going to be together. I mean, it would be stupid to think that because we lost the game, anything is different. You're the greatest bunch of kids. You're the best team in the history of this school. And you always have that. And like I say, I don't want to get sentimental. I don't want to bang home anything. Don't be ashamed of anything. Just, I love you. Tower loves you, and I hope you love us back. And God, we got beat, that's all. Okay. Ronnie, thank you, man. Gonna miss him.
they better come back and write to me, and they better come back and visit. When you know, Ronald, from college, you just fill out a little letter and you mail it to the old coach. Just write, Coach, Lafayette High School. We'll get there. Someone here.
You know how college be like and shit? It's gonna be crazy, man. Like, it would be a nice experience.
The whole summer just disappeared. I wish I was back in high school playing basketball. And then ready to face the problem of going away.
I'm a bird.
You can say it's like nothing here, and then you can say it's a whole lot here because of the memories, the good times, the bad times, the love, the hate, the crying. I mean, this is where I really grew up at, and learning about people, all kinds of people. Learning that there's hate in the world, and then there's other people that love you.
Doc, I've been having these problems.
I don't think there's anything to worry about. If there was, I'd be worried, but I don't think there's a problem. Well, I like it down there. I just talked to Steve, really. That's what's going to decide, I think.
Shopkeepers in the city put on in the mall. They had about, they had 20,000 people in that park today. It was bumper to bumper. You couldn't walk. It was really nice. Oral Roberts, huh? It's nice to hear. It's nice to hear.
Yesterday is gone, and tomorrow's finally come. Now what will you do? What direction will you choose? As time slipped through my hands, I saw a boy become a man. There is much that you've begun, so keep the faith and carry on, now that yesterday is gone. Yesterday is gone, and it's time for moving on. Now what will you do? What will become of you? What does the future hold in store? What lies beyond unopened doors? There is much that you've begun, but much more is to be done, now that yesterday is gone. much that you